We are standing right on the edge of a massive shift in how we relate to technology. It's a change so fundamental, it's going to make the very screen you're looking at right now seem like a relic from the ancient past.
I mean, think about it. For pretty much 50 years, the basic deal with computers has been exactly the same. From those giant clunky TVs in the 70s to the slick paper-thin screens we have today, it's always boiled down to one thing. That's right, the glowing rectangle. It's always been us, on this side of the glass, looking at a digital world that stayed separate from our physical one. There's our world, and then there's the computer world. But that glass wall, it's about to shatter. And that brings us to this really powerful idea, the shift from looking at a computer to actually living inside one. Seriously, just imagine your office, your living room, your entire world becoming the computer. This is the promise of spatial computing. So you gotta ask, why is this happening now? Why the big change? Well, it's because this rectangle we've all gotten so used to, it's not a window anymore. It's actually become a bottleneck. It's forcing our brains to work in ways they just weren't designed for. Okay, so check this out, because this is really the heart of the problem. Think about remembering where a file is on your computer. It's this abstract path of folders inside of folders, right? It's totally unnatural. But what about remembering where you left your car keys? You just know. That's your brain's superpower. It's called spatial memory, and our flat screens completely ignore it. And that mismatch, it creates this kind of invisible, low-level friction. It's that constant nagging frustration that just seems to be part of using a computer. And it all comes from trying to cram our 3D brains into a flat 2D box. Come on, be honest with me. How many tabs do you have open? 10, 20, 100? We've all been there, right? It's called context switching, and it's a complete nightmare of overlapping windows and tiny little tabs. But spatial computing offers the solution. Basically, infinite space. Your desktop isn't a 27-inch screen anymore. It's the entire room. So if the flat screen's the problem, what's the fix? Well, it's not just one magic bullet. It's actually the combination of 4 incredible technologies, all working together in perfect harmony. Let's break down these pillars of our new reality. First up, we've got something called SLAM. Now, this is the real magic that makes digital objects feel like they have a physical place in your world. It lets a device map your room in real time so that when you put a virtual whiteboard on your wall, it stays on the wall. It's anchored to your reality. Pillar number 2 is high-fidelity pass-through. Now, this is key. Instead of looking through a piece of glass, these devices use super fast cameras on the outside to beam the real world to screens on the inside, right in front of your eyes. This is what makes mixed reality possible, that seamless blending of the digital and the real. And pillar 3 is maybe the coolest part, how you actually control this stuff. Just forget the mouse and keyboard. Your eyes become the cursor. You literally just look at something to select it. You use your actual hands to reach out and grab digital things, and your voice handles the commands. It's all about making technology feel as natural as the real world. And finally, we have spatial audio, which is kind of the unsung hero of the whole experience. This is what really truly tricks your brain into believing a digital object is physically there. If a virtual bird is on a shelf behind you, you'll hear it from that exact spot. It's the secret sauce for creating a true sense of presence. So what's going to be the killer app for all this? What's going to push it into the mainstream? It's probably not going to be video games or movies. It's going to be work. We are about to see the dawn of the infinite office, and that's the economic engine that's going to drive this whole revolution forward. And we're not just talking about fancier spreadsheets here. Think about a surgeon having a kind of real-life X-ray vision with a 3D scan projected right onto their patient, or an architect who can walk through a full-scale model of their building before a single shovelful of dirt has been moved. These aren't just small improvements, they are total game changers. But, and you knew there was a but, this amazing new reality, it doesn't come for free. For all its incredible promise, we have got to talk about the huge psychological and privacy risks that are coming right along with it. And to really get the risks, you have to understand the difference between 2 things, immersion and presence. Immersion is when you get lost in a good movie. You're absorbed, but deep down you know it's not real. Presence, which is the ultimate goal here, is when your brain genuinely believes it's somewhere else. The line between what's real and what's not just melts away. So what's the price of admission to this new world? In a word, data. For this to work, it needs to see what you see, map your surroundings, and track every single glance. And this creates a privacy nightmare unlike anything we've ever had to think about before.
And this brings us to the most personal data you can possibly imagine. Because where you look is a direct pipeline into your subconscious mind. For companies, for advertisers, this is an absolute goldmine. Just think about what your eyes reveal without you even trying. They show what you want, who you find attractive, what makes you anxious or excited. We're talking about tracking pupil dilation and tiny microexpressions that you have zero control over. This isn't like your search history. This is a direct feed of your subconscious thoughts and feelings. It could become the ultimate surveillance tool. And that leads us to one final, really critical question. This technology promises to turn our very reality into the interface. But in a world where our every glance, our every subconscious reaction can be tracked and sold, who is actually the user? And what is being used?